So here is the problem that we are trying to solve. When we are onboarding our clients, we have a need to create multiple power of attorney forms at the same time. You see, whenever we are onboarding a brand new client, we may need them to sign Form 2848. We may also need them to sign Form 8821. We may also need them to sign some payroll-related forms like Department of Revenue or sales tax-related power of attorney forms. We may need them to sign Department of Labor tax forms, local jurisdiction like the city power of attorney forms. So there may be a need to generate multiple power of attorney forms all at the same time and to be signed by the client in one single sweep or one single go. How do we do that? So here is a simple mechanism that we have come up with, and what we are doing is we have come up with one single web form. You notice this is a client intake or a client organizer form. It's a client interview form, and this is where we collect the data or the information from the client once only. Once all that data is collected from the client or the customer, then as a result of collection of this one single web form, we will have the authority and power to be able to simultaneously create multiple multiple power of attorney forms and have the client sign those either digitally or by wet pen ink. So just to give you an idea, you're very familiar with IRS Form 2848, very familiar with IRS Form 8821. In this example, these two forms are going to be created as a result of as soon as this web form is submitted. So here is how the user interface looks like. We go on to this. This is the second part of Plansimba, which is called client automation or client onboarding. And in that context, we notice over here, we have already, on this user interface, we have already uploaded two PDF forms. This is the Form 2848. Over here, you see Form 8821. So those two forms have already been uploaded. We will select the web form, the one that I showed you, and as a result of selecting of that web form, we will notice that we will have the fields of the web form being displayed over here. These are the fields that are there inside the web form. All we have to do is to create a mapping. So we'll pick a field from here, drag them and put them here. Grab another field here and map it over here. So whatever fields, right now this is just a simulation just to give you an idea how we are going to be mapping different fields from the web form, and these fields are now being mapped with the Form 8821. And we could repeat the same thing with the Form 2848 by switching to Form 2848, and we can now repeat the same concept over here with the same way, drag and drop whatever field we want to map. So these are the fields from the web form. Remember the web form I showed you earlier? So those are the fields that we are bringing in here, mapping them here with. So once the user submits a web form, these power of attorney forms, in this case both 2848 and 8821 forms, will automatically be filled, and as part of the workflow we will automatically send these to the clients for electronic signatures, and if we need wet signatures, the clients can then be able to download those, print those, sign them with a wet pen, and then upload back and send it back to us. So just to give you a glimpse of how this concept of creating multiple power of attorney forms works in Plansimba.